going on, everybody? What's going on? Dane, Joel, Terrence. What's going on, fellas? Appreciate you guys stopping in, joining us tonight. Looking forward to having a lot of fun, having some good conversation tonight. Talk to you guys about some great fragrances that we've picked up so far for the year 2024. I see that you guys have got some things going on in the chat here. Let's see what we got on as far as some scents of the day. Let's see. Dame has got King by Nazar Fragrances, Liquid Compliments, and King by Nazar Fragrances. Okay, so I guess you got your little layering combination going on there, Dame. Joel's got some Mazzaro Chrome Extreme. Can never go wrong with that. Very, very nice spring, freshie. That's a staple in a lot of people's collections right there. What's going on, Kaylin? Terrence is wearing Roja Creation E. That is one fragrance that I cannot get behind. I don't know what pause on that, but that's one fragrance that I really can't. I can't. It just don't agree with me for whatever reasons, man. The Creation E just don't work with me. I love Roja's fragrances, but Creation E is just one that I honestly just can't get behind. I just can't. I just can't do it. Yeah, man. Appreciate that, Dane. Appreciate that. Kaylin Center today, Town and Country, courtesy of Jason. Thanks for putting me on. Town and Country is phenomenal. It is a phenomenal fragrance. I do not yet have a bottle of Town and Country, which, that will be something I'll be adding to the collection sometime down the line, but it is a phenomenal fragrance. Phenomenal. Absolutely. Half of your collection is from me or the chat. Well, listening to us in the chat, man, trust me, you'll get yourself some great, great fragrances, man. What's going on, Habib? Looks like he's wearing Vanilla Orchid by Precious Liquids. Not familiar too much with the line of Precious Liquids, but that is one house that myself and Gems, we have been discussing, maybe getting a discovery set and talking about that particular house. Some fragrances in there that I've been curious about. So definitely, that might be something that we might be looking into in the near future on doing some content on Precious Liquids. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm not sure exactly where we are in regards to when James will be on, but he should be here momentarily. But Vanilla Orchid by Precious Liquids, I haven't really heard too much about that one. I'd like to know a little bit more about that one. Absolutely. And Terrence looked like he just got Terre d'Hermes Parfum and Polo 67 in today. Okay. Polo 67 is nice. Okay. Terre d'Hermes Parfum is a beautiful fragrance. Beautiful fragrance. You won't go wrong with anything, honestly, from that Terre d'Hermes line. I think that whole entire line, from the EDT all the way to the Parfum, are phenomenal. Of course, you can't forget about Eau Gevrey, summertime staple. But that Terre d'Hermes Ultra Fresh, which unfortunately they discontinued that particular one. But that one is a phenomenal fragrance as well. Absolutely. And there is our co-host, Mr. Hidden James is in the building. What's going on, my guy?
Not much, my man. Can you hear me good? Am I coming in?
Yeah. Can hear you good, brother.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on, Terrence? Kaylin? Kylan, I'm sorry. I apologize. Stogie, Joel, what's going on, y'all?
What's going on, Stogie? Mr. Clark, what's going on?
Oh, yeah. I see the chat is smelling good.
Always, Kylan, man.
I definitely like your scent of the day. You'll find out a little bit later why.
Who's scent of the day?
Kylan's. Town and Country.
Oh, yeah. Town and Country is phenomenal, man. It's phenomenal. Absolutely. Absolutely phenomenal, man.
But yeah, man. So Jay, hey, appreciate you for holding it down. Had a little instance, got in later than usual. You know how traffic is.
Hey, so good.
Houston, sometimes we're worse, but
yeah, man. Old Stogie is smelling fantastic with a Solar Blue today. That's a staple, man. That is a staple. That is in my top 10 of all time fragrances. So you are smelling phenomenal there, Mr. Stogie. Sure. Smelling phenomenal.
Man, well, hey, Fragrance fam, we are so glad that you're here. I know Jay already went over this. I missed it, but thank you for coming by. I just wanted to say it 2 times since we got two hosts. We want to make sure that y'all feel the full thanks and appreciation of both of us for joining
Absolutely.
every day that we come on live, man, for sure.
Appreciate it.
Family, we got some great things lined up in store. Can't give out what it is right now. Just know that in the next month and weeks to come, we have several things that are set and scheduled that are going to be. I would say they're going to be more than just enjoyable. They're going to be game changers. A couple of them will be game changers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So stay tuned. What's going on, Sally? So, James, what's your sin of the day, brother? Got to pay some bills, man. What's the sin of the day for today?
Look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Today I didn't put on any cologne. However, all right, I went out on a ledge from a couple of my homegirls in the fragrance community on IG, and they put me on to a company called Haas, or I don't know if you pronounce it Haas or House, but what it is that they have these body oils, right? And so I have been rocking, and trust me, this stuff is as good as perfume and cologne to some degree because you can smell it. Today I've been rocking the Glazed Dry Body Oil. It is called Black Joy. It is an oil that has scents of Egyptian amber and musk, and y'all, it is a must-have. I bought 3 mini sets from there, so 6 in total, and I've cracked open several of them, and I'm telling you right now, they smell good. Gotten compliments from women, you know. Talked to a couple of people. I think this is a brand that Beyonce even endorsed at one point. So,
Okay.
solid.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that particular brand, man. I haven't heard anything about them. I really don't do, the whole body oil thing or anything like that. But Kale sent some stuff over, which I haven't had the opportunity to really open up and check out. But I know there was definitely some oils that she put in there for me to check out. So, I'm always open, to try, some new fragrances and, different situations, man. I mean, so the body oils might be something, might be something good to look into. So,
I mean, it's really no different from cocoa butter. It's just oil as opposed to the butter. And I'm telling you, it's kept me moisturized. Aside from washing my hands, it's kept my body moisturized all day. I'm talking about I had this thing on about 7:30 this morning. I applied it to my skin, and I'm still good.
wow. Okay.
And it still smells somewhat good. It's definitely skin scent, but when I first applied it, it was a little bit beyond the skin scent. You could literally smell it off of my skin. So I really have been enjoying it, man.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to check that out, man. We'll chop it up off camera, behind the scenes on that. So,
Definitely.
definitely want to check that out, man. But my sin of the day, man, just kind of chilling, a little bit today. Didn't do a whole lot, man. Just been, doing a lot of studying and things like that for the certifications and stuff I'm trying to get. So just, kind of been, bogged down with that stuff. So I just kind of wanted to try something I haven't really sprayed on in a while, man. It's not because it's not a bad fragrance, but you know how it is, man. When you have so much, sometimes some things get lost in the sauce, man.
Yep.
So I just decided today, man, I would just go for something that's a little bit off the beaten path. This fragrance is not for everybody. It is a very green, earthy fragrance. But today I went from the house of Amouage. I went with Beach Hut Man.
Beach Hut Man. Okay.
Yeah, I went with Beach Hut Man for today, man. This one, man, it's got that beautiful, vibrant mint note up top. You've got a lot of, green. You've got ivy, you've got moss, you've got vetiver, woody notes, patchouli. I mean, you've got a lot going on with Beach Hut Man. A lot of people will think, when you hear the name Beach Hut Man, it's going to be this tropical, fresh citrus, citrusy aromatic type fragrance. But no, it's not, man. It's not for the faint of heart.
I was thinking like a suntan lotion to some degree.
Yeah, I mean, that's what some people think, man. But you can wear it in the spring and summer. Honestly, I mean, I think you can wear it all year round. It's a powerhouse, man. You definitely got to watch your sprays with Beach Hut, man. I do no more than 3 sprays, man. Anything more than that, brother, you're gonna need a gas mask because you're gonna choke yourself, bro, with more than 3 sprays.
That's
It's powerful,
ambalage.
potent scent. Yeah,
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 that's that
man.
house. It's strong.
Yeah, man, it is, man. It really is. It's a strong fragrance, man. It's not for everybody. So, for anyone that's interested in trying Beach Hut, man, please sample first. It is not a safe blind buy. If you are new into the fragrance space, it is definitely going to be a challenging fragrance for you. But if you have a seasoned nose, then you can appreciate the art of what Beach Hut Man truly is, man. It is truly a polarizing fragrance, man, and beautiful. It's beautiful, man. It doesn't get a lot of love within the fragrance community. It's only a small percentage of people in Fragcom, really rock with Beach Hut Man, man. But honestly, I love it. It's great fragrance.
Honestly, Jay, I think it may be my fourth, maybe fifth on the house to get. I still got to
Okay.
get Royal Tobacco and whatnot. I'm thinking about getting King Blue. I heard that was polarizing. But the funny thing about the House of Amouage is, with their blends of spices and whatnot,
Yeah,
I mean, if you don't have a Middle Eastern nose or you're not used to those smells, those scents, I mean, that choreography of notes, basically, because they dance and some of them get wild.
exactly.
Hey,
Exactly.
it will definitely
Exactly.
make you run, make you cry. I mean, it'll put you in a world. I'm for real. But yeah, but no, that's why I love
Exactly, man.
Amouage, man, for real. Because you either gonna like it or you either gonna love it or you gonna hate it. In a lot of cases.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. Looks like we've got some more folks that's coming into the chat, man. We've got nosy neighbor Tazo. What's going on, Tazo? I appreciate you coming in, my guy.
So also, he reached out to
Sexually
me very.
explicit. Yeah, Mr. Fragrance Fraternity himself. Yeah, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody, man. For real, I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Oh yeah. Well, Jay, hey, as most of y'all saw on the thumbnails and whatnot, today we are coming with our 10 best pickups of 2024 so far. All
So
right.
far,
Now, we got to put the disclaimer out there. If we come back with another list, some of these might be repeats. All right. Some of them might not. We don't do rankings, like we don't give them ratings anymore, because with the way olfactory senses work, it could change next week, it could change tomorrow. Today it could be a 10. Tomorrow, I smell something else and it could go all the way down to a 7 for all we know. So we're going to tell you what we are enjoying at the moment, right?
right now, what we
Right
picked
now.
up this year doesn't mean that the fragrances were released in 2024. This just
Exactly.
means this is what we've picked up and we've added to our fragrance wardrobe this year so far.
You got it.
Yeah, man. What's going on, Neeb? We got Mr. Neeb in the building. I appreciate you, Neeb, for stopping in, brother. We appreciate you, man. It means a lot.
Yes, sir. Oh, Joel asked, what are we sipping? And you know what? Let me get on these comments because I've been BS.
Yes. So Joel wants to know what we're sipping. All right. Well, for what I have here today, what I made, this is called a Peach Crown Royal Mule. So you have your Peach Crown Royal. You've got some ginger beer. Also, I've added a little bit of peach simple syrup, lime simple syrup, and a splash of just, fresh lime juice on top of this, man. So this is what I'm sipping on today.
Jay keeping it bougie as usual, as we say.
It's refreshing, man. It's just a refreshing drink. That's all, brother. It's refreshing. That's all.
No, I got you, man. No, that's what's up, bro. No, I'm definitely gonna have to start coming with it, man. I've been kind of lazy. I've been on my happy hour of power, okay? So I've been keeping it plain and simple, simple margaritas. Today I got a simple blend of a little bit of Sprite, a little bit of mango juice, all right, a little bit of guava juice, and of course, some rum. So
Okay.
got to shaking, got a good blend, enjoying it, something simple, because your boy got to go into work tonight, so I don't need to be too tipsy and too loose when you're doing security for people. You know what I'm saying? They start asking me questions
man.
and then answer them. Hey, I need my job.
Oh yeah, absolutely, brother.
I need the
Absolutely,
fragrance.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. All right, brother. Well, looks like we're about 15 minutes in, man. So let's go ahead and get this thing started, man. You want to start it off with us, James? Or what's your first fragrance, man, for the night?
Tell you what, I do not mind. Y'all, my first fragrance of the day is one that comes, as so many of y'all, recommended by my co-host. All right. Was not a big fan of the house, not necessarily because I didn't like anything they brought out, but along with the price points and where I was on my journey not too long ago, MFK, Mason Francis Kirkjohn, was not a big house I was just overly anxious about stepping into, not just for the price point, but because when I did purchase one, I actually got rid of it. I do kind of kick myself in the butt about it now because it was the, what was it, the Suave, the Grunt Suave.
Mhm.
But I thought that it was really nice, beautiful, smooth, elegant amber fragrance, but it was just very clear. And for what I was getting it, at the time I was buying originals and clones. And so I bought this one called Betacat, brand Amber something. And
Yeah, I know the one you're talking
it
about.
was very close, and at the time I didn't have a full appreciation for quality, for the journey, and for just the way things are blended and the way they're put together, or dry downs. And so because it was kind of linear to me, I sold it to someone else, sold it to my cousin, and kept the Betacat. And because it was a stronger projector, and when I wore one, I didn't really get anything, and when I wore the other, the Betacat, I got plenty of compliments at the school that I was working at. So with that being said, now is the right time. I'm jumping back into the house and starting off one of my top five, because it's 10 for the both of us combined. But one of my top five is Mason Francis Kirkjohn, and that is the Aqua Media Cologne. Y'all,
Yes, sir.
here. All right. Now, aside from Wulong Cha, this is my first actual kind of tea note fragrance. Very herbaceous, citrus in the top. Oh man, you get the florals. It's a hint of white florals, kind of grassy notes. There is a strong blend of tea, but on the dry down, and trust me, It's not a big dry down, but towards the end of the life of the fragrance, let me say that you do get strong musky tones and some woody notes. All right, now. Honestly, when I first wore it the first time, I liked it. Second time I wore it at work, and I promise you, y'all, it was a soothing day. And part of that was because of the cologne. I could smell myself, and it was very calming, honestly. Definitely had a good effect on me while I was able to pick up wafts of it at my desk. And I've definitely been enjoying it. Since I bought it, I've worn it 3 times. And yeah, neither time has it disappointed. I've only grown more and more fond of it with each wear. So let me go ahead and go down the list of notes real quick, y'all. Now, of course, we're going to Fragrantica. It's what we're used to. All right, but in the top, I have verbena, bergamot. All right, and the middle notes, the fennel and the hedione. All right. Also in the base, we have matcha tea, musk, and woodsy notes. Okay. Now, all of those notes are blended well. Would not be able to tell you what is what in the smell, except for obviously the bergamot, because for whatever reason, bergamot has a distinct citrus smell now to me. Between bergamot and citron, and then of course going into your oranges and whatnots, you can I'm starting to be able to make them out a little bit more to distinguish them. But
Okay.
y'all, it is a beautiful summer, spring banger. I'm gonna say banger, And right now, one of my favorite purchases thus far this year. All right, Mason Francis Kirkjohn, Aqua Media Cologne, Forte.
Beautiful fragrance, man. Beautiful fragrance, man. I need to get a bottle of that myself, man. When I smelled it, I was like, man, this thing is fire, man.
Man,
It is fire, man. But I just had, a few other things that was on my radar, before I picked that one up. But definitely, that one we added to the fragrance wardrobe as well, man. So great, great choice, man. Man, I'm just looking forward to seeing what else you got going on, man. Because I know a couple things that you picked up, but I don't know everything. So I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what all you're gonna be talking about for the rest of the
for
night,
sure.
brothers. But great way to start it off, man. Great way to start it off. For me, my first one, man, is actually the only fragrance that I own from this particular house. I've smelled, quite a few of their offerings, but this particular one kind of stood out to me a little bit, man. This one is very bright. You've got a very bright, realistic lemon in the opening. You've got some fig in this particular fragrance. And lately, I've started to become a fan of the note of rhubarb. It's rhubarb isn't necessarily, a particular note that a lot of people, can't get behind. But me personally, I've learned to appreciate the note of rhubarb. But for me, this particular fragrance don't really get talked about from this house, but it's an absolutely stunning fragrance. And this fragrance is coming from the house of Atelier d'Ors. And this one is Blanc Polychrome.
Oh, nice.
This
Nice.
particular fragrance, man, this is spring and summer in a bottle. Spring and summer in a bottle with this fragrance, man. This lemon opening, absolutely beautiful. You've got that rhubarb. You've got some mandarin orange, is what it says here, but I don't really get a lot of the mandarin, to be honest with you. There's some fig in here, which I do get the fig. I get the jasmine and petitgrain. You've got some ambroxan, some musk, and some moss in the base. But this one right here, man, I'm telling you, this particular fragrance, it shines in the heat, man. It shines in the heat. I'm getting
Mm.
about 8 hours, and that is great, for a citrus fragrance. This thing right here, y'all, I'm telling you, Blanc Polychrome from the House of Atelier d'Ors is one definitely to check out. This one right here, Scream Summer and Springtime in a Bottle, man. It needs to get more love because, the Citrus Rivieras and all those things, those are getting a lot of love. But this is a sleeper from the house, man. Guys, get your nose on it. Get your nose on Blanc Polychrome.
That's a good. That's a good. I love those bottles, Jay. Artelier,
Yeah,
they have some really good bottles. I
yeah.
love the gold flakes in there. It's always a showcase feature that everybody loves about them, man. You shake them up, shake them up, shake them up, shake them.
That's it, bro. That's it, man. I see Tazo is asking what's that one running for. I picked this bottle up. I want to say I got this one for around 130 for this particular bottle. Um, so it's really not that expensive on discounters. I can't remember the site exactly where I picked it up from. I'm trying to remember where I got it from. But I know I picked it up for around about 130 though. Great, great fragrance, man. If you guys can get a sample of it, by all means get a sample. But for me, I blind bought it because I know about, I read the notes and I was like, damn, I know this one's going to be good. And absolutely is 100%, man. It's stunning. It's fire. It's fire.
You want to know something, Jay? What I've learned, man, is that when it comes to summer and spring scents, they are easier cops than winter scents in a sense because you know typically they have a distinct set of notes that they try and build around in the cologne. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You've got citruses now. Whether you like mandarin or not, or whether you like certain things or not, you're always going to get citrus notes. Then, of course, you
Yeah.
may have an undertone for sweetness of ambergris, vanilla, or certain little things on the dry down to kind of blend in with woody notes. But you're gonna get aldehydes. You're gonna get blue watery notes. You're gonna get citrus, and you're gonna get some wood. Pause. All right, you're gonna get some wood. You're gonna get some woody notes and whatnot. And I know that's not all of them, but that's typically the major ways that it's built to last, or the journey that you take throughout a lot of these scents. And you know what? Because of that, man, I see why it's tough for some people. Why some people will have like a whole bunch of spring and summer scents, you know?
Right. Right.
Even if you don't like it, you got to admit that a lot of them are good. Some I don't like, but they're good. Tommy Hilfigers, on me, they don't last, but brother, for the 2 to 3 hours that I get out of them, they're good. They're good.
Yeah, man. And I see that Joel is asking. He made a statement actually that people saying that the flakes will clog their sprayer. The thing what you have to do with this, Joel, before you spray it, you need to shake it. Get the flakes moving. Don't just pick it up and just spray it on when all the flakes are settled at the bottom of the bottle. Always shake it, get the flakes moving, spray it, and then, you're not going to have that much of an issue with it clogging up your sprayer. But maybe when it gets closer to the end part, like if they're running through the entire bottle, maybe I can see where that can be a problem. But believe it or not, man, sometimes you're going to get some of the flakes that's going to spray out of this thing, and it will leave like a little glimmer on you. So fellas, if you're married, make sure you let your wife know so she don't think you've been down there at the Nasty Kitty getting lap dances by Peaches, because you might get a little glitter from this thing on you. So you just want to make sure you have a disclaimer that it ain't Peaches down at the Nasty Kitty that you've been dealing with.
Not the Nasty Kitty.
The Nasty Kitty.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all better take your butt to Kings of Diamonds. You know what I'm saying? Some diamond flakes on you, but nah.
Yeah, man.
Nah, man. But yeah.
Yes, sir.
Definitely a good choice, man. Like I said, that was one of the houses that I told everybody I was going to get into. And in sure enough time, in due time, like Bob knows what I'm talking about. In due time, we're gonna be in there. We're gonna be sampling from the house, because that Rouge Soleil is one of the first ones I want to copy.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So what you got going on for number 2, man?
Number 2, Kylan's gonna appreciate this. He's gonna like this. Coming from the house of Clive Christian. What's up, Dedrick? What's good? What's good?
Hicks.
Yes, sir. Coming from the house of Clive Christian. All right. Man, I smelt this, and there were only 3 fragrances at the time that I really fell in love with when I went to, Neiman's, all right? And this was the first one they sprayed on me. No matter how many times I came back, I had one on one hand and one on the other. Crab apple, that's some crab apple blossom is the one that you got. That was definitely my third pick. But the second that was on my left hand that I kept smelling was Blonde Amber, which I will be getting soon. Much like Terrence and a couple other guys in here, I also hit a parlay on some of the playoff games. So, and I got some money for calling the fact that Devin Haney has been running from all competition, and the time that he didn't run, he got put on his butt again. All right. But we're going to go ahead and talk about the fragrance. Blonde Amber was on the left hand. I kept smelling it all day. On my right hand was Clive Christian, Town and Country.
Stunning.
Yeah. Stunning. The thing about it is that it really is a simple blend. Now, of course, they're never going to give you all the notes and whatnot, but what you get in here is citrus notes, dry down to a sweet, woodsy set of notes, okay? Now, I do know that there is either ambergris or some type of amber or some type of sweetness in here that lasts throughout the life, but it really starts to come out once the citrus notes and the I would probably say floral, some of the florals and the citrus notes die down, because in the beginning, in this fragrance, they are heavy, all right? You don't get a lot of the woodsy notes, but you get a lot of that citrus, undertone of florals, and something that's kind of ice, but it's something similar to it. You know, not sure how to put it in words, but here's the makeup, man. Let me get to the notes that they have on Fragrantica. Now, I remember seeing this on one of the other sites, and they only gave me 3, but of course they're not precise with this, but here we go. Clary Sage is at the top, Ambergris is in the middle, and Sandalwood is in the base. But y'all, it's so much more than that.
Yeah, man.
It is truly so much more than that.
Yeah.
It doesn't say citrus notes, but there is definitely some bergamot in here. I refuse to believe it's not, but I'd have to go to another website to prove it. But y'all, definitely a banger. Strong. I get about 7 to 8 hours out of it on my skin, especially when hydrated and oiled properly. All right. Thick oil content. All right. It's going to leave a mark. It's one of my summer staples now. I spray it, and I spray it maximum 4 times because I don't want to waste it all. Because they only sell 50 mils.
Yeah.
But them 50 mils are going to cost you. When I say cost you, I'm talking about you get them out the building. All right. You get them MSRP, as we would say, or at the register, you're looking at about $500, $400 to $500, depending. All right.
Yeah.
If you go to a discounter, you're looking anywhere from $270, $275 and up, unless you're lucky. All right. So wonderful fragrance, beautiful scent, definitely a summer, springtime hit. All right. Y'all, Clive Christian, Town and Country, must get your nose on it. And if you got the money, hey, if you hit that parlay, go ahead and get you a bottle so you can go outside and play. All right. That's all I'm saying.
What's going on, Lara? I see Lara joined us in, man. What's going on, Lara?
What up, Laura?
Great choice, man. I mean, one thing about Clive Christian, man, that I can say, even though you're saying it's only like 3 notes listed, I put Clive Christian in the same vein that I would put Rosia Dove. It's going to be a plethora of different notes in Clive Christian's fragrances. He ain't going to just give you 3 notes and call it a day. That ain't going to happen.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's not going to happen, man. So maybe they're just giving 3 notes to try to make it a little bit harder to clone.
They may have gotten lazy too. They may have gotten lazy.
That part too. Yeah. That part too. Because Clive Christian is definitely going to bring out a lot of different notes, man. So great choice, man. Man, damn, James, you bringing the heat, bro. Bringing the heat, man. You're bringing the heat, bro.
He always flatter me before he hits me over the head with one of them left crosses.
No, man, no, for real.
He likes to catch me like Devin. All right, you saw how Ryan kept setting up Devin, letting him exposing his left side, and then as soon as he gets a little confident, that cross came in, didn't it?
Nah, man, bro. That's fire, bro. Seriously, that's fire, man. My next fragrance that I'm going to talk about, man, is one that has been a little bit of a controversy in FragCon. It's either going to be you're going to love it or you're going to hate it. It ain't no in-betweens. When I first heard about this fragrance, man, I was a little bit skeptical. And this was earlier on in my fragrance journey, and I ended up buying a clone of it just to see if I would like the scent DNA. Got the clone of it. I was just like, I don't know. I've wore it a couple times. I put it down because it just wasn't for me. But then as my nose started to develop and, I started to, become accustomed to, a lot of different scent profiles. This particular fragrance, man, I ended up getting a sample of the OG. Loved the OG, and I had to get a full bottle. This particular fragrance, man, that I'm going to talk about right now comes from the house of Mr. Marc-Antoine Barrois. And one of my favorite perfumes, Mr. Quentin Biche. And we're talking about Ganymede. Brother, let me tell y'all about this fragrance, man. When they say that this thing is like an alien, like an extraterrestrial, it is. I have never smelled anything like this fragrance. This thing is absolutely stunning. This is a true masterpiece. When people label fragrances masterpieces, brother, this is an absolute masterpiece. 11 out of 10 in my book, brother. You can wear this thing in any situation. You can dress it up, you dress it down. You can wear it to meetings. You can wear it on a date. any and everywhere that you want this thing to do, brother, this is what it's gonna do, man. You've got some mineral notes up top, the saffron, man, the suede in this thing, man, is like sitting down in a luxury car, man. Like if you, I don't know if you all have ever had the opportunity to be inside of a Bentley or a Rolls Royce. There's a particular smell that these cars have. I would say that smell would be Ganymede. This thing is beautiful, man. The Immortelle, it's violet leaf. I don't know the difference between Chinese osmanthus or African osmanthus or whatever else you're gonna get some osmanthus from, but this is also in this fragrance, brother. Man, this thing, man, it is stunning, y'all. I'm telling y'all, you have to at least sample Ganymede. Trust me, if you have clones, the clones, it don't come close to this. It don't come close to it. Quentin Beach made Bois Imperial for Essential Parfums. Yes, it's in a wheelhouse of this, but it don't hold a candle to Ganymede, man. It just don't. And I have a bottle of Bois Imperial. I have a bottle. This right here, y'all, it's on a whole nother level, man. Seriously. I'm getting, honestly, minimum 9 hours out of this fragrance. Minimum 9 hours. And I'm doing probably about 5 sprays, 9 hours, man. It projects heavy, beautiful central. People are going to ask you when they get a whiff of this, they're going to ask you what it is because they're never going to have any smelled anything like this, brother. This thing right here, Ganymede, it's one of them ones, y'all. Check it out. That's my number 2.
Man, Jay, I'm going to be honest with you, man. Look, what up, E? What up, my guy? Hey, that Ganymede, woo, that opening is beyond citrus. That thing is beyond, I mean, it is sour. It is, man, I tell you what, if you don't have the heart for it, you better spray it and start running. Let it air out a little bit because if not, I tell you what, it's going to hit your nose. It's going to hit your nose like an uppercut from Tank. I'm telling you.
You gotta let the fragrance breathe, man. That's one thing I can say about this, man. You gotta let it breathe. I'd probably say that first 10 minutes, it's gonna project. It's gonna do something to you, man. That's one thing I can't say, but that's what makes it special to me. Is the opening, man, because it's nothing out there like it, man. There's nothing out there like it, man. If you have not tried Ganymede, do yourself a favor, y'all. Just try it. Just try it.
Okay.
And Terrence said he got 10 hours off a sample, and the EDP is better than the X-Straight. And you know what, Terrence, you're absolutely right. The X-Straight, it's really animalic on the X-Straight. I'm not a fan of the X-Straight, to be honest with you. The EDP is better. The X-Straight version of B683 is better than the EDP. I would love to add a bottle of the X-Straight of B683, but it's a little pricey, man. It's a little pricey. Larry said Quentin is a master. Absolutely. Quentin Beach, hands down, man. The man makes gorgeous fragrances, man. And James said it lasted on him for 16 hours. I can believe it, man, depending on how many sprays you did. But like I said, with 5 sprays for me, bro, I'm easily getting 9. I'm easily getting 9 hours. Easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Terrence said he's going to come home with that parlay hit. I hope your parlay hit, Terrence.
Hey, me too, man. I hope it hit. I hope this one and the next one hit so you can tell me how good Town and Country is, man. Come on with it. Already. Oh, one last one. Your boy E. Slim Father got all the money, acting like something expensive.
Hey, man, my PPP loan just got approved. That's all, brother. My PPP loan just got approved. That's all.
Hey, Jay, don't put me on that list of employees. I don't need them knocking at my door.
Hey, bro. Gotta get it, brother. Gotta get it, man.
For real, hey. But no, that's what's All right. So we on to number 3, right?
Yeah.
Let's get it going. All right, y'all. My third option. It is not a summer and spring scent. However, nonetheless, I love it. I truly love it. This is definitely a winter fall, but I would probably say fall if I were in Chicago, Michigan, somewhere up north where it's consistently cold. This is definitely a fall winter scent. I will be wearing it in the fall in Texas, regardless of whether that fall is 60 or 70 degrees. I don't care. I'll just be in air conditioning for quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna wear this. All right. This fragrance comes from the house of Serge Lutens. All right. Some of you may know the house for choice fragrances such as Cherjui, Ambre Sultan. All right. Um, they have some beautiful fragrances in there. All right. It's not really spoken about much. Not a lot of people talk about it. It's I don't want to say older because none of these are just really new. All these houses have been around for a good amount of time, but it's rarely talked about in the fragrance community. This one from Serge Lutens, the name of it is La Couche du Diable. All right. Now, for those of you who don't know what that means, it means the couch of the devil. All right. And y'all, this is an elegant couch, but it is down in the depths of hell, in that not that it's spicy, but more so in the fact that it is a dark, but beautiful scent. All right. Y'all, La Couche du Diable. All right. Y'all, you get your spices. All right. You get a little bit of rose in here. And the funny thing is, on the dry down, you get to pick up more and more of a little citrus note. All right. But it does have a dry down to a dark, somewhat sweet, woodsy note. All right. Y'all, this right here, if you've ever smelled Cherjui or Ambre Sultan, you know how deep and dark they are. They're resinous and they are spicy to a point where if you take the cinnamon, a lot of the things such as cinnamon, when you take like a cinnamon spice and you put in a fragrance such as I forget the one, what is it? Parfums de Marly, starts with an H.
Hop down.
Harriet.
Harry. Okay.
A lot of them, especially the ones that I like, tend to have a sweeter cinnamon note. All right, almost like a sugar and cinnamon. All right, or vanilla and cinnamon in a sense. All right, but this one, it has amber and cinnamon, so it's deeper. It's a deeper, darker spice. All right, but let me read you the notes, y'all. This is pretty lateral. All right, it is pretty linear. I tend to say lateral. I don't know why, but it starts off with labdanum, woody notes, amber. It has some oud in there, which you pick up pretty quickly. All right, it's arglewood though. You got cinnamon, saffron, some tangerine, rose that comes through on the dry down, orange, and musk. Y'all, this is a complicated, dark, beautiful fragrance. All right. I will definitely be wearing this when I go hit the cigar lounges or whenever I'm out and about and it's cool outside. If there's a wind, this is definitely one of those that you'll be able to pick up. The sillage will just increase. The wind will not break down the sillage. It will spread it around. Guaranteed. Now, I've only worn this once, and that was yesterday. All right. And honestly, it lasted for probably about 9 hours. And y'all, I wore the first 4 sprays. I put 4 on. For the first 4 hours, this was all I was smelling. So apply it correctly and carefully. All right. But beautiful fragrance, beautiful house. And the funny thing about it is, Laura, you'll appreciate this. The perfumer is Christopher Sheldrake. For those who don't know, he also designed Coco Noir for Chanel. He is a perfumer out of the Chanel house, and he is pretty much the main perfumer for Serge Lutens.
Okay.
So there you go.
Yeah, I don't have anything from Serge Lutens yet, man. There was another one that they make. I cannot remember the name of it, but it comes in like the tall black bottle. Damn.
Oh, there's a couple of those, man. I love them. They got
But I
some
think
good
it,
ones.
but I think it like it has something in the name, Anguilla or something like that in the name of it. I can't remember the name right off the top of my head. I can't remember the name of it. But I heard that one was fantastic. But unfortunately, it's been discontinued. So I'm not willing to pay the freight on what it's going to cost to get a discontinued bottle. But if I run across one in a Facebook group or something like that, then maybe I'll think about picking it up. But yeah, man,
If,
definitely want to try
if
some things out from the house, man. Definitely want to try
I
some
think
things
you're
out.
talking about filet. Are you talking about filet and aguilas?
That one, yeah,
Yeah. Trust me. Hey, I was already. I had my eye on it. I got a person that I know that might be able to get it for inexpensive. The funny thing is, what we don't sell anymore over here doesn't mean that it's discontinued. It just means that it's discontinued a lot of times in the states. So
yeah,
through that fragrance journey, talking to people in the fragrance groups and whatnot, uh, run into some people that hey, it may cost you an extra $20 for shipping, but if you're interested in it, you can get it. And I might, if I do, because I do appreciate the notes that are in there, the pine, the incense, the dried fruits, spices, balsam.
yeah.
If I do get it, I definitely will send some your way because
I
it does.
appreciate that,
It
man.
caught my eye too.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate that, man. Man, you got some nice stuff going on over there, James. Man, I didn't know you picked that one up. I didn't know you picked it up, man. Now, why you want to do that,
You know I
man?
like the winter scents, baby. You know I like the winter scents.
Right.
I've been dealing in your dungeon of citrus and fragrances for a while. I had to
Yes,
branch
sir.
back out to what I'm used to. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, it's all good, brother. It's all good, man. That's the beautiful thing about this fragrance hobby. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different scent profiles and so many things to really, open up your olfactory experiences with, man. So, man, great one, man. Great one, great one, great one, brother. So my third one that we're gonna talk about, man, this one is really no stranger to, people in Fragcom, especially, for those that are in the chat with us right now. And this particular fragrance, man, is the only one I own from this house as well. These are things that I've been trying to do here in the year 2024, man. It's just, discover new houses. Don't really get caught up too much in a lot of hype fragrances
Yeah.
per se. But
Yes.
this particular fragrance has had its fair share of hype, within the fragrance community, man. And shout out to my guy EQ. This particular fragrance, he described it. And, for anybody that's listening that might have a little underage ears or whatever, he just said that this particular fragrance smells like unprotected sex, one night stands, and bad decisions.
Yikes.
Yeah. And it is absolutely 1000%, man, sex in a bottle, man. If you want to bottle up the smell of sex, that is what's in this fragrance. And it is no lie. It's got the proper name, man. And what I'm talking about is from the House of Zaharoff. And we're going to go with Signature Royal X.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's
Brother.
go.
Oh, good God, man.
Ugh. Ugh.
Oh, bro, I got to get a spray on. I got to spray on skin with this one, bro. My Lord.
Jay,
Beautiful
you sounding like
citrus
you might need
opening
to
up
try
top.
out some new boy. What's going on?
Bro, I'm telling you, this one right here, bro, I'm telling you. The citruses are so beautiful. The lavender up top, man, it's got some bergamot. You've got juniper woods. The musks are turned up so much in this one, man. And I think maybe that's where that sensual smell is coming from, is
Okay.
the musk that he uses. And the blend on this thing, man, is unbelievable, man. Bro, this right here, honestly, and I've smelled a few things from the House of Zahara. I have. But for me, this one right here is by far number one for me. It's better than Rosé. is better than Black Rose. It's better than Citrine. This one right here, this is for grown men. This ain't for no little boys right here. This is for grown men. You put this on, I'm telling you, it's you mean business when you wear this. It can be a signature scent. It's going to leave a very beautiful scent trail. It is going to last and last and last on your skin. I'm telling you, if you have not tried Signature Royal X, get your nose on this fragrance. And I'm so glad that George didn't discontinue this one, because at one point he was talking about discontinuing this one. But he ended up not doing that. And I'm so glad that he did, man. Even EQ said he told George if he got rid of this fragrance, that he'd be making a big mistake by discontinuing this one. Bruh, Signature Royal X, y'all, get your nose on this. Get your nose on this. Oh, this thing is so sexy, y'all. It is so sexy, man. Sex in the bottle, the X on it. Yeah, man, George knew what he was doing on this. Yeah, Mr. Clark, go spray that bottle. Go spray that bottle, Mr. Clark. Go spray it.
It's 3 X's in there, Jay. Boy, you was over there acting like you was, boy, I don't even want to get too graphic, but I was going to have to ask you if you need a second or two, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, this is for grown men, bro. This is for grown men right here. I'm telling you. This is Mr. Sexy Time in a bottle right here. I'm telling you. It works.
All right. Works. I'm gonna have to get my nose on it. That might. I'm gonna go ahead when I order that Signature Rosé. I might have to get me a little sample of it, man. Get that little $7 vial.
Hey, man, I'm gonna have to send some your way, man. I'll send some your way, bro. Save you $7. I'll send some your way. I got you.
Thank God for this week, Jay. I have slowed down. I was able to package everything. I got yours. And I got E's. I was supposed to send it out. That's where I was supposed to come home earlier, but got caught up in traffic from Fort Worth. I don't know anybody that's in Texas that knows what it's like getting from Fort Worth to Dallas, Garland area. It is horrible. Horrible around traffic time, you know.
Yeah.
It literally took me an hour and 45 minutes. It was bad.
Yeah.
So yeah. But
yeah, man.
I get my boxes back, but hey. You know what? I'm glad that I got them in here. I need to go ahead and let y'all do this, but let me go ahead and get to the next one because we've been on here for almost an hour. Let's go ahead and speed this up. We've done 3, correct?
Yeah, we're working on number 4.
Look, I'm definitely going to have to get my nose on that, and definitely I might have to go ahead and put the little sample in there or whatever, or wait for it. I'll probably get a sample too, but from the looks of things, from the way you and EQ and everybody else has been describing it, I might end up doing a blind buy. You know, we blind buy warriors. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
man, it's worth it, man. Those in Neighbor says that Triple X is good as well. I haven't had the opportunity of trying Triple X. You know, I heard that it's even dirtier than this one.
Oh, that's not Triple X.
No. It's just on the bottle. It makes it look like that because of the way that the bottle's cut. No. This is just the regular Royal X. But the Triple X, they say it's even sexier and dirtier than this because the musk in that one is just through the roof, man. Yeah.
Interesting. So, okay.
Yeah, I went with this one because, you know, I didn't want to have something that might be a little bit too polarizing, you know, and you know, when I'm working and dealing with clients and stuff like that. But this one right here, bro, pressure, man. Straight pressure, man. Straight pressure.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, we're going to get on to the 4th choice, y'all. My 4th choice comes from the same house as the previous one, Serge Lutens. Now, they have not, I was looking this up earlier, but they did not tell me who the perfumer was for this particular fragrance. However, it comes out of the same house, falls within a similar range, a similar realm of notes. But this one right here, it's beautiful nonetheless. Definitely has a distinct rose note. It's like almost like rose covered in cocoa powder and sandalwood. Beautiful fragrance. Some of y'all were mentioning it in the were mentioning it in the comments and whatnot. That is my fourth choice. From the House of Serge Lutens, Santal Majuscule. I'm just now getting it because I made a mistake, went on eBay and bought a pack of 5 decants. You know, sometimes they'll sell you like multiple decants and whatnot. So I bought a pack of 5 decants thinking that it was a bigger, like it was a 10 mil, but it was 5 2 mils. And yeah, so I've been going through those left and right, but I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying it to the utmost. All right. Like I said, sandalwood, cocoa, and rose. Those are the main notes that you're going to get. I don't get any citrus or any blend outside of that. You get some slight spices in the midst of it, but those 3 notes is really all you get on here. And it is beautiful. I'm telling you. And it's light and it's airy. So it's not going to go down the road of darkness like La Couche or La Couche du Diable. All right. It's not going to go down the road of darkness. This is actually one that I will probably wear in the fall. I could even wear in the spring, to be honest with you. Not necessarily going to be my choice in the summer and high heat, although I think you could pull it off if you're not a sweater, if you don't perspire as much. But honestly, spring and fall will be the 2 times of the year that I would definitely wear this. I think they would stand out. But anytime that you want to kind of smell elegant, even though you are still looking somewhat formal, say for instance, if you're out and about brunch or at a get together and you're wearing a blazer or a button up with a tie or a bow tie or whatnot, this would definitely be a beautiful scent to wear. All right. You could even dress it up. You could even wear this with a suit. But honestly, because of the sandalwood and because of the notes and the blend, the type of blend it is, I would always think that this is a little more playful, a little too soft, too playful for an elegant affair. But definitely a banger. Definitely encourage y'all to go get your nose on it to a point where I bought a 1.7 because the 3.4 or no, the 3.3 was too high at the time. I had a great deal on this one, so I went with the 1.7. But trust me, I will probably be getting a backup because this will be used.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, man, you got me interested in that house, man. Got me interested in the house, man. I haven't sampled or tried anything from it, other nothing. So, you know, definitely I got to get my nose on that, man. Got to get my nose on it. Okay. So that was your number 4.
That was my number 4. And Nosy Neighbor said that he was recommending it. Didn't know that it was my 4. And so was Joel. Joel said that's his line. I love Serge Lutens. You know, I got 5 of them now. I still got that decant of Serge-Louis. As soon as I finish that off, or actually before, I'll be buying a full bottle of it for sure.
Okay. That's what's up, man. Well, my 4th one, man, is also something that, you know, has been talked about within FragCom. Again, it's one that can be a love or hate. But for me, you know, I wanted to go with something a little bit off the beaten path when it came to something aquatic, something, you know, on the fresh aquatic side, man. This one is polarizing. It's a very strong fragrance. This one will definitely make you feel as though, you know, you're on the sea. You know, you're getting that breeze from the sea. You're getting that, you know, the freshness, and then you're getting a little tinge of the greenery of that from the ocean, per se.
Okay.
This particular fragrance that I'm talking about right now, man, it comes from the house of Otto Parisi, and this is Megamare. Man, I was a little afraid to get this one, man. Yeah. I was a little afraid of it, man. I'm not gonna lie, because, you know, they talk about just how much of a powerhouse this fragrance is, and they did not lie. They did not lie, man. You got to be careful with this one. You got to be careful on your sprays.
Yeah.
But you're gonna get a nice citrus opening, man. It's got, of course, you know, bergamot, in the opening. I mean, that's damn near every citrus that they're going to use is going to be bergamot. You've got some lemon, but what sticks out to me, man, is the seaweed and the cologne note. Get some musk, ambroxan, and some woods in the base. Man, this thing right here, y'all, Megamart is absolutely phenomenal, man. I hate that they only sell them in 50 ml bottles. I wish that they sold them in larger bottles, but honestly, this 50 ml with the amount of sprays that I'm gonna have to use, I probably will never use this entire bottle, man. To be honest with you,
how many are you using, Jay?
I'm only using 2.
See,
I'm only using 2 sprays, man. That's all I'm doing with this one. Yeah, I'm only doing 2 sprays with this, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not spraying nowhere here because trust me, you'll go anosmia to it. I'm usually just gonna do one behind the neck, and then I'll put one, here on the wrist, or maybe one on the top of the hand. But yeah, I'm not doing anywhere in here, man, because it's a powerhouse, man. It's a powerhouse.
It's gonna be a powerhouse.
Yeah, man. I mean, on this one, man, seriously, man. I mean, I can spray this one on before I leave the house in the morning. And when I go to take a shower later on that night, it's still going.
Oh, wow.
It's still going, man. Seriously. I made a mistake one time and I've sprayed this thing like 4 times. I took a shower. I could still smell it. I woke up the next morning and I could still smell it the next morning. All 4 sprays of this stuff.
Yikes.
But this stuff is beautiful, man. I love it. It's a beautiful fragrance. Definitely check it out, man. I see Mr. Clark says that Vertue's Chaos reminds him of Megamart. I've never smelled Chaos, but I do know that it gets compared to Megamart, but I've never had an opportunity to smell it. But I'm familiar with the House of Virtues, and everything that they've put out that I've smelled has been a great quality. So,
see, Nosy Neighbor sounds like my type of guy, man. Look, that's exactly where I was. By the moment that I was able to reach out and message Jason, that was when my eyes and my nose opened up to the world of freshies, citruses, summer and springtime scent. Before then, Serge Latins, I mean, your Killians, anything based on darker, spicy smells, amouages and whatnot, and not the freshies, not the bright ones, the darker ones. That was my world. That was my world of fragrance at one point. So
get yourself a sample. Nosy, get yourself a sample of Megamart. Trust me. I think I got a sample before I got a full bottle. I bought it, I think, off of Scent Split. And I bought like a 5 ml off Scent Split, man. And that 5 ml lasted me a few months. From a 5 ml lasted me for a few months. And then I was like, okay, let me just go ahead and pull the trigger because I found a good deal on there. So let me go ahead and pull the trigger on it and get that bottle.
You only given 2 sprays. Hell, that should last you a minute.
Yeah, man. But when I first got it, man, I was putting in work with it, man. I was putting in work with it to make sure that, I did want to get a full bottle. You know what I'm saying? And it was definitely full bottle worthy, man. I mean, I love it, man. I love it. Beautiful fragrance for me.
All right. That's a bit. Oh, and to answer your question, E, I did get it. We will be talking. I will definitely be conversing with you about that little care package that you sent me, man. Great fragrances. All of them I enjoyed to some degree. A couple weren't for me, but they are still goodies. Okay, I can see a lot of people. I can see why a lot of people like them and why they made it. Their names have gotten big in the community. So definitely, we'll talk about that in a bit. Hey. Alrighty. All right. So now we're on to the last one, y'all. Well, this one right here, as so many of my more recent pickups have been, they have been purchased after consultations with the Scent Father. Okay. Had to do consultations with both the Scent Father and my boy Eric Kroom, and amongst other people such as Dedrick occasionally, and other people. Some of y'all might have seen, had a recent consultation with that guy. Mr. Cologne, you know.
Shout out to Mr. Cologne, man.
Shout out to him, man. Got some wisdom, some advice, and chopped it up with him. But he also helped me to kind of direct my fragrance journey a little bit more. So with that being said, again, this last choice of mine was a recommendation from both the Scent Father and one that I received from who was it? EQ. EQ, and I believe I heard Bowtie mention it. But one of my favorite colognes back in the day, well, I say back in the day, a few years ago, I was blessed to have a decant, a small decant. I think it was 3 mils of the Killian Straight to Heaven Extreme. Y'all, that probably is and will always be at this point my favorite fragrance coming out of the house of Killian. All right. Love every bit of it. Very similar, or it's quite similar to Straight to Heaven, the regular that they have right now, especially the white crystal. But the difference was that this one had a little more vanilla, and so it was a little sweeter, a little more powdery too, but not too much to where it was overbearing. But found out that it's discontinued. Found a couple of places where I could get it, but they're trying to charge upward of $400. Not about to pay that. That's ridiculous. All right. I'm not balling like that. My parlays ain't that big. I'm not investing that much in the parlay in the first place. So, with that being said, heard from these guys that there was one very similar to Straight to Heaven Extreme. Was going to get a sample. Took too long for me to find one, so I went ahead, found it for a good price on fragrancebuy.ca. My first purchase out of the House of Electimus, we have Persephone's Patchouli. Yeah.
Wow. Crazy work right there, man.
My God. Beautiful.
Crazy work right there, man.
God, you can smell it through here. Y'all, this is beautiful. And guess who the perfumer is, Jay? One of the biggest names out there, Christian Provenzano.
Provenzano. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And y'all, he did not disappoint. One of my favorite notes is in here. And I don't believe it was in Straight to Heaven Extreme, but it's the note of plum. It's one of the top notes. Let me read it down. Plum, cardamom, pomegranate, patchouli, Bulgarian rose, Egyptian jasmine, honey, ambergris, sandalwood, and cedar. Y'all, when I read those notes and then I look at the note breakdown for Straight to Heaven Extreme, it's hard to believe that it smells so close. I wouldn't think that I would get the same fragrance, so much of a similar fragrance from a different note breakdown such as this. But it is close, y'all. It is sweet. It is woodsy. It has a little bit of powderiness, not as much as Straight to Heaven Extreme, but it has a little bit of fruit, a little bit of fruitiness in there. And I think midway through, you really do get that rose. You really do get the rose and the florals. Honestly, if I had to say, I'm going to be honest with you. Because I have Straight to Heaven, the Extreme would still be my favorite Killian fragrance at this point, from what I've smelled. But I would probably choose this over it, only because of the rose. Yeah, of the rose and the plum and the fruitiness in it. But I would definitely choose this one over that one. Now, that's the way I'm feeling today. That's how I feel. I know plenty that will disagree, and it's okay. But for me, it was love at first smell for Straight to Heaven Extreme. And now it is love at first smell for this Electimus Persephone's Patchouli. Beautiful fragrance, y'all.
It is, man. It's gorgeous, brother. It is, man. When I first got my bottle, the first day I wore it, man. I wore it to the office, and I was showing. I was doing some showings that day, and I had 2 different clients, man, ask me what it was. They had to write it down, take pictures, like on this phone, screenshot pictures and everything, man. Crazy compliment getter, man. Crazy
Yes.
compliment getter. I've never had the opportunity to smell it straight to heaven from Killian, to do that comparison. But since you've done that, but man, Persephone Patchouli, beautiful fragrance, man. Beautiful
Yep.
fragrance. Beautiful.
Definitely.
Yeah. So that was your number 5.
That was my number 5.
All right. Well, my number 5, man. This particular fragrance, I wanted to spend a little time with it before I really talked about it. This particular fragrance, man. I don't hear. I mean, I'm starting to hear a little bit on it now. But before, I started kind of putting it in the chat a little bit. I ain't really heard nothing about it, man. And no, I'm not talking about Boy Queer from Virtus. I'm gonna take all the credit for that one.
All right.
And I'm gonna take credit for this one too, because this one right here, I'm telling y'all, this one gonna be a straight problem for the spring and summer. Straight up problem, man. Fellas, you have to make sure that you give your floral fragrances a chance. Trust me on this when I tell you. Trust me on this when I tell you. Backstory, first time when I put this thing on, wore it out. I was in the supermarket doing a little shopping. I was on the phone with my wife. This lady stopped my conversation on the phone with my wife to tell me how good I smelled and wanted to know what the hell I was wearing.
Wow.
Interrupted my conversation. Didn't give a damn I was on the phone.
The audacity.
Yeah, man. Didn't give a damn. And had to ask me, what are you wearing? You smell amazing. And I was getting that throughout the day, man. Just compliment after compliment after compliment. So fellas, don't be afraid of floral fragrances. They work. But this particular fragrance is also coming from my favorite perfumer, Mr. Quentin Biche, and also from the house of Mr. Marc-Antoine Barrois. And this fragrance is Tilia. Telling you guys, man.
I knew you was gonna whip it out.
I'm telling you. Pause,
I knew you
bro.
was gonna bring it out.
Bro. That was diabolical. That was diabolical. Right there.
Hey, let's move on.
Oh man, y'all, this thing smells absolutely stunning. This thing right here, I'm telling y'all, Tilia, this one is gonna make a lot of noise for the spring and summer. I'm telling y'all, Blue Talisman is fantastic. All of that. It's all of that. I mean, I didn't put a Blue Talisman on this list because of the simple fact that we've already talked about Blue Talisman, so I'm not going to talk about that. But this one, Tilia is going to hit a little bit different than Blue Talisman. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's better, so please don't take it that way. But Tilia, I'm telling y'all, get your nose on it. If you can get a sample, get a sample. There's not very many places that selling samples of this. There's not very many. I want to say OsmePerfumery.com, which is where I bought this bottle from. They're out of Miami. Legit place. They have a whole storefront, boutique, the whole 9 yards. This particular fragrance, y'all, is absolutely stunning in the air. It's, if you want to smell it from the atomizer, I put this thing in my nose from the atomizer, and I swear 30 minutes later, I can still smell it from just putting my nose to the atomizer. I can still smell it. This thing is a powerhouse. Even though it is a floral fragrance, this thing is a powerhouse. It's going to project. It's going to leave a really, really nice sillage. I'm telling you guys, Tilia is going to be the fragrance for the spring and summer. Pair this up, switch up between this and Blue Talisman, whatever you need to do. But I'm telling you, if you want to smell different, or in the words of EQ, you want to smell God tier,
God tier.
go with Tilia. Tilia is that move. One of them ones, y'all. I'm telling y'all, don't sleep on it.
Jay, you got me about to dive headfirst into the house of what is it?
Marc-Antoine Barrois.
Antoine Barrois. Yes.
Quentin Biche has done every fragrance for Marc-Antoine Barrois, and unbelievable house, man.
So
And believe it or not, they've only got 4 fragrances in the whole house.
Oh wow! So Quentin Beach's fragrance ain't no beaches, huh?
Ain't no beaches, bro.
Hey, that's
Ain't no beaches, bro. I'm telling you, man.
Well,
Quentin Beach is a monster.
I'm gonna go up to the scent room this weekend for sure, and I'm gonna get my nose on all 4 of them because I think they do actually have all 4 of them. I know they had 3 because when you first mentioned it, I was up there talking to Luke Solomon, the Elementalist, and I came across it, but I did not get my nose on it. I forgot to go back and try it out, but
man,
I'm definitely gonna get my nose on it this weekend, man, for sure.
Yeah, get your nose on it, man. I'm telling you, Tilia is special, and it's the newest release. It came out this year. It's the newest release from the house. I want to say it may have come out maybe 2 months ago. And may have come out maybe 2 months ago. And as soon as I saw that it was available, man, I was like, man, I gotta have it. It's a blind buy for me. But I just know how Quentin Beach does perfumery, and I just knew I wasn't gonna lose by buying it. I wasn't gonna lose with it, man. And successful blind buy, man. A little pricey one, but well worth it. I was a little pissed off now that it popped up on discounting. I saw that he pointed that out to me. That old factory had a bottle for like 180.
Yeah.
And I told E to pick it up, man, but he didn't listen, bro. He let it go, and now somebody else snatched it up, man. But it might come back available again on there, but with old factories, sometimes it takes a while for them to restock certain things. So,
well,
that was my number 5, man.
You might have to beat me to it.
Yeah, man, that was my number 5, man. Tilia is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance, man. Don't be afraid of florals, man, because the notes. Let me just read them off to you guys really quickly.
Yeah.
It has lime blossom, ambrofix, which is ambroxan, jasmine sambac, Georgie wood, heliotrope, vetiver, and broom in the base.
What was that last note?
Broom. Yeah. Broom is another type of flower.
Okay.
Yeah, because when I first heard the name broom, I was just like, broom, like a sweeping broom. But no, it's a certain type of flower, man. It's a yellow floral that has like a honey undertone to it.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, man.
What's up? That's nice.
Yeah, man. It's a beautiful fragrance. Man, that's actually probably gonna be my scent of the day tomorrow. No cap. So that'll probably be my scent of the day tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then maybe on Friday, to where I'll make a post on it for Fragrance Friday or something. But it's definitely gonna be in the rotation this week.
That's a bad, man. Yeah, I got to get my floral game up a little bit more. Bought a few. Definitely got some good ones. Got to get the King of Flowers. From Algaba. Definitely want to get that. Thinking about getting City of Jasmine. I think that's one with the amber undertone. The David Black. So definitely got a few on the list that I need to get. But like you said, man, guys, men, get your confidence up. All right, learn to enjoy the finer things. One thing that I can tell you for sure is that the times that I have worn florals, whether it was rose or whether it was just straight jasmine or something light, for those looking for compliments, especially from women, florals are the way to go. A lot of women love florals. They love florals. They love vanilla, and some of them like sweet spices.
Yeah.
But a lot of men, you got to get comfortable. You got to get confident with it to wear those fragrances. You know what I'm saying? Get your chest out.
That's right, man.
Out and let the rest come to you.
Yeah, just because a fragrance, leans feminine doesn't mean that you can't wear it. Because again, your skin chemistry, as a man, naturally, I just think a man's natural skin is going to produce a little bit of musk. That's musk with a K, not musk with a T, like musty. Like, no, I'm talking about like musk, not musk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I just think that a man's natural body, is going to produce, a natural musk of its own. So don't think that just because it's a feminine leaning fragrance that you're going to be running around smelling like a girl. Like, don't worry about that. Floral fragrances work off your skin chemistry, so don't worry about that at all. Tilia is a stunning fragrance, fellas. I'm telling y'all, just give it a shot. That's all you need to do. Get yourself a sample.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Terrence. Well, that's all right though. You know what I'm saying? She married you, so she got to deal with it now. All right.
Well, I mean, the thing is, even though, your wife may hate florals and vanilla, Terrence, I mean, you can still, wear it, but just don't wear it around her. I mean, just don't be that guy and be like, okay, she hates it, but yet you're still going to wear it. Because my wife don't like everything that I put on. Majority of the stuff, I probably say 96 to 97% of the stuff that I wear, she loves it. But there are some things that she don't like. And, when she don't like them, I'll try not to wear them around her, but I'll still wear them. I just take the bottle with me when I go to work, and okay, I'll put a couple of sprays on so that way it's not annoying her, and that's it. I mean, you wear what you got to wear, man. Wear what you got to wear.
Already. Well, y'all, hey, that wraps up our list of 10. I'll go ahead and repeat my five so far. The first one was Aquamedia Forte by Myson Francis Kirkjohn. My second one was Town and Country by Clive Christian. My third was La Couche du Diable by Serge Lutens. My fourth was Santal Majuscule by Serge Lutens as well. And my fifth was Persephone's Patchouli by Electimus, the House of Electimus.
All great fragrances, man. All great fragrances, James. For my five that I selected, my first one was from the House of Atelier d'Ors, and that was Blanc Polychrome. My second was from the House of Marc Antoine Bavois, and that was Ganymede. My third fragrance came from the House of Zaharov, and that was Signature Royal X. Number 4 came from the House of Otto Parisi, and that was Megamire. And my fifth and final also came from the House of Marc Antoine Bavois, and that was Tilia. So that rounded up my top 5 for 2024 so far. Honorable mentions, of course, Bois Queer, Blue Talisman. What else did I have? From the House of Moresque, Sahara Blue. I mean, there's some that didn't make this particular list. It doesn't mean that they weren't fantastic. I just want to talk about these first, but we're gonna do another one. Probably in the next couple of months, and then there'll be some things that will be put in there that didn't make this list. But trust me, there has been some phenomenal fragrances that have been added for the year 2024. And I'm looking forward to, adding quite a few more, by the time the year ends. So.
All right. Well, yeah, man. Hey, like I said, man, definitely a great list for you as well. A list of confidence, because several of those that you put on your list are polarizing fragrances, whether because of the intensity of the fragrance, or whether because of the complexity of the fragrance. Definitely a list of confidence for sure. But, ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude our list of the best 10 for us thus far for this spring season. Well, not all the fragrances pertain to the summer, spring, but what we've done thus far. Let me just leave it like that. But man, y'all for coming out. We definitely appreciate it, Jay.
Yeah, man, I appreciate everybody coming out, man. I really do appreciate the support. Please, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please, do us a favor, just hit that subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications, share the content, with your friends, family members, anyone else in FragCom that, you might feel that might benefit, from hearing what it is that we have to say. And, I appreciate everything. I mean, you guys are fantastic. Your support means everything to us.
For sure.
So with that being said, I will end this particular live like I like to do some others, Man, Jams, brother, I appreciate you, man. None of this can be possible without you. So by all means, let every sip be a sip of inspiration. Let every sniff lead to a new discovery. Until the next live, you guys, keep sipping and keep sniffing. Good night, y'all.
Good night.